Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, Mayweather Promotions, they made a pretty, I would say, a good signing here. Might go under the radar. Most people might not know him, but I think it's a good signing. It was reported on Boxing Scene today that they have signed, Mayweather Promotions that is, they have signed Olympic boxer on this year's Olympic team, Olympian, by the name of Richard Hitchens. Some of you guys, if you've watched the Olympics, might know Richard Hitchens. He fought Gary Russell in the Olympics and he lost. And Gary Russell is the younger brother of Gary Russell Jr., who was the world champion in the lower weight classes. So Richard Hitchens, a good fighter. He's won the Golden Gloves before. Native of New York, 19 years old. He comes from the same gym. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert was another New York Golden Glove champion, and I'm pretty sure the Atlas Cops and Kids gym over there in New York, that's where Chris Colbert came from as well. So he comes from that gym. He sparred with several world champions, Terence Crawford, Luis Collazo, Sadam Ali. The kid can fight. I watched him on a couple occasions. I checked out his highlights. Definitely a good signing. Gotta give credit where it's due. Mayweather Promotions is doing their thing. They got Tank Davis, who became world champion. They still got Badu Jack. You'll be led to believe they'll probably sign Lorenzo Truck Simpson, who is Gervonta Davis' younger brother, and is a standout amateur as well. And this is a good signing for them. Hitchens can definitely fight. Hitchens is going to be a solid pro. How good, I don't know yet, but definitely a solid pro. Good boxing ability. But here's what he had to say, and Leonard Ellaby had to say in the comments. So we'll start with Richard Hitchens. Here's what he said. I quote, "I'm a product of my environment. It's built me to where I am today, and it's no mistake I'm this good. I'm just happy to work with the team who is in a place to help me achieve my goal as a fighter." And then we have Leonard Ellaby, who states the following, saying, I quote, "Mayweather Promotions is pleased to announce another addition to our growing stable of exciting fighters. We have proven we are here to stay, and we plan on giving the fans more exciting fights. Hitchens is a star in the making, and we are in a position to get him to world champion status." So there you have it. Now, Richard Hitchens is actually going to be making his pro debut, fast-tracking him, pro debut on the undercard of Garcia Thurman. That'll probably be on the untelevised portion, so if you're in the New York area, if you're going to the fight, look out for Richard Hitchens, a talented Olympian. But yeah, a great signing for them. I think, Floyd is a smart guy. I think Floyd's a smart businessman. He knows, regardless of how I feel about him as a fighter. As a fighter, I respect the skills, but I'm saying as far as how he picked his opponents, he was very selective. Aside from that, I think he's going to get the promoting thing right because, fighters listen to him. Fighters talk. They love to talk to him, and he's very willing to give whatever knowledge he has back to them. So, I would expect for his stable to continue growing. My only thing would be is how will he develop his prospects? I mean, they did a good job with Tank. They got him a fight against a guy in Pedraza who I felt from the beginning he had a stylistic advantage against, but still a good fighter. And now they're going to take their time and continue building him as a champion. But with that being said, I'm interested to see how he continues to build these guys from scratch, the Richard Hitchens of the world. If he signed Lorenzo Simpson, the guys he has now that are who are on Mayweather Promotions, like what's his name, Maurice Ambitious Lee, Kevin Newman, those guys like that. I want to see how he builds these guys, and that's gonna give me and the rest of the boxing world a better indicator of what kind of promoter he can become. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's the news. Mayweather Promotions signs Olympian Richard Hitchens, who will be making his debut on the Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia undercard. Let me know what you guys think about the signing and Richard Hitchens overall. If you know anything about him, maybe you guys know some things about him that I don't know that I didn't just say in the video. But let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from doing it. So until next time, take care, guys.